What's up, guys? Today we are entering Maraudon, and I am going to show you how I run Maraudon. What is special with my Maraudon run compared to many others is that I am not using a Zanza buff. The Zanza buff gives you like 20 or 30 movement speed for 2 hours, and as you can see, I'm not even neutral or whatever with the Sandalari faction, so I don't have that available, and honestly, you don't need it. It's just annoying to go back and forth to buy that shit. So, what I just did was that I entered Maraudon through the back door by using the Scepter of Celebras, which you can get from some Maraudon low level quest. You can easily solo that shit, no problem. And what you want to make sure before you... let me start this timer maybe. It's just nice to have. Just to see how far and whatever. So you want to make sure that you have some health potions, some swiftness potions, and some mana potions. This is because, not because you need it, but if something goes wrong, you can maybe salvage the run by using it. I've done it many times. You know, when you're tired, you've been boosting for 8 hours, whatever. And you also want to make sure that you have your gems crafted right here. Again, it is not essential for the run, but it's nice to have backup if something goes wrong. And you want to preserve as much mana as you can. So, let's go through the talents real quick. What you want is magic absorption, because you're gonna abuse this talent a lot. You're gonna resist a lot of spells and get your mana back, so you essentially have endless mana. You're gonna want to have arcane fortitude, because you're gonna take a lot of damage, and this makes you take less damage. Also, you want to have flame throwing, which increases the range by your flame strike and fire blast. And then the typical AoE frost mage spec, increased armor, you get slow, you get ice events to kill faster, more damage, less mana cost, bigger radius, cold snap to save stuff, less cooldowns, ice barrier. So this is where you want to start to pull. Depending on how the path goes, you can just blizzard this guy. I want to frostbolt the Hydra, and the run is on. So what you want to do is basically use rank 1 Arcane Explosion, rank 1 Fire Blast, blink, have your ice barrier up as much as possible when you're about to take damage. You can blink on cooldown, you can run, doesn't matter. If you need to preserve mana, you can do that. You can pull with Frost Nova, and of course rank 1 Cone of Cold. So, I'm about to kill approximately 270 to 80 mobs, which is not bad. It usually takes around 17 to 18 minutes, depending on how good your kill phase is and stuff. If you have people helping you kill and whatnot, I don't usually recommend it, because there's always a risk someone fucks up. I mean, one time a guy killed all the imps and I had to like evocate and stuff. So sometimes they grief you more than they help you, so to say. But yeah, after you have nailed this run a couple of times, you will realize that you can do this on autopilot. It's not that hard. I've done it many times, like watching series, Netflix on another monitor. Yeah, and as you may or may not know, Maraudon has 3 different entrances. There is one that is purple crystal, orange crystal, and then the back door that I took just now with the scepter. So you will want to have your friends in the entrance of the purple crystal. Have them stay there, AFK, whatever. And you will be pulling all of these mobs to the entrance. So when you're right about here, you want to counterspell this guy, blink, blizzard these, and run off the ledge here. Here you wait until you can see them on the screen, and you blizzard twice, like half duration first and half duration the second one. Doesn't really matter. I just do what works for me, I guess. This path is irrelevant. You will get it anyway. either here or later, doesn't matter. You want to Frost Nova those, blink, and I usually just Fire Blast this guy. This next room is very RNG dependent. Sometimes you can put like only 2 to 3 Hydras, sometimes you get 5 or maybe even 6. It's just some bonus experience. They have extremely big hurt box, as you saw right there. This looks like a bad run. You have 3 Hydras basically in Africa. So you always get this guy. Blink for good measure. You can even use a Mono Crystal here. I also have Rob of the Archmage. It's just some nice extra mana, you don't really need it. But it's just nice to have feel confidence in having a lot of mana in your mana pool. And we just keep on pulling all of these mobs. So here you will want to target this guy down here, jump over, counterspell him, and blizzard this guy, and go. Now we have basically pulled everything we can. What I should mention is that you should be using a minor speed increase on your movement speed, boots. It's always nice to have, and any mage can afford it if you're level 60 or above. I don't know if you can pull this off with a communal mage, since that gear is pretty trash. I mean, I have 6.7k mana. I think that's like, you need to have at least maybe 5.5 maybe. I haven't really tested it. It's just nice to, you know, be on the safe side of things. So right about here I usually blink, and this is like the first time we try to round them up. Then I usually go for 1 or 2 blizzards. What you will want to do is target the first guy, make sure you start running as soon as that debuff is refreshed. And we're on our way again. So the minimum level requirement to enter this instance is 30, and you can boost people here up to 51, I'd say. After that it's not worth it, not the money or the time. So you blink past those guys, pull these with Blizzard, and this is where you really wanted to have a Sansa, because this is where stuff gets kinda tricky. So you pull that guy with Fire Blast, you Frost Nova these. You make sure not to pull the Sisters of Celebrian. You Fire Blast that guy, this guy will get away. That's fine, we have plenty of people, most to kill. Kill that with Cone of Cold, blink past this river. Target the guy in the back, use a Fire Blast on him. Run up here, Cone of Cold these so that you don't hurt you. These creeping sludges are very dangerous, so you want to make sure you're out of range when pulling them. I got to ask those guys, it's fine. Can't spell this guy, and you immediately blink to the left. You can pull these with a Fire Blast. These guys, I mean, I've run this time like at least 100 times, and one of the times these guys actually knocked me down. But it just never happened again after that, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Pull these guys with Fire Blast. Blink here. Here you want to jump over the sledge and Fire Blast in the air. Pull these with Arcane Explosion. This guy will be Fire Blasted in about 2 seconds. Make sure that all of these mobs hit you, so you get slowed. They get slowed. Blink up past this guy. And right about now, you see that my dampened magic has fell off. This is not good, because you want to mitigate the damage from the poison sprites. And you also want to make sure that all of these mobs are like about past this pillar right there. So we're on our way, we rebuff dampened magic, and we start pulling. Even more. And about here, I usually like You see now, for example, I'm like almost dying actually. You usually want to blink past these or frost over them if your barrier is down. Otherwise you can use body pull and they don't really hurt you that much. Get this guy with the fire blast. Here you want to hold on to your blink. Fire blast this guy and blink right about here. Wait for your barrier to come up. And it's time to round them up again. So one tick, run. One tick, run. One tick, run. Actually, this might be tight. Okay. Okay. We need to run for our life. It should be fine. We didn't get those guys in the back, but down there, but we will get them soon enough. Don't worry about it. Just build as much as you can with Fire Blast, Frost Nova, and stuff. And this is, you can just walk off the ledge right here and you will come on this totem thingy. And all of the monsters will path back. So right now I'm using rank 1 Blizzard to just make them round up again. At this point you will want to swap off your frost armor or ice armor to mage armor, because mage armor gives you more resistances, and with resistances you will resist more of the poison sprites and get more mana back and take less damage. So that's a nice niche trick. If you for whatever reason forget to use Dampen Magic, then you will notice it very fast because you will start taking a lot of damage. So you will want to tank all of these guys down here. And now we're basically entered the kill phase, and the kill phase is really simple actually. You just jump back and forth. You cast Flame Strike, because Flame Strike tick damage, as you can see, 18,000 right there, is not capped. There's 25,000. So the tick damage is not capped by the AoE cap. I like to just get into a Flame Strike there for some extra damage. And when they are about here, you cast Flame Strike and max rank Blizzard. You can then proceed to use a rank 1 Blizzard right here, because you don't want the poison sprites to die. So rank 1 Blizzard there to make them survive. I will put down one Flame Strike here for extra damage, one up here, and then we Blizzard again. And at this point you may want to use Icy Veins and just continue killing all of these. Now there is a nice trick where if you fail the jump, you can actually run back down here and away and around. And I can show that for you, because it's very nice to know of. It has saved me many times. Because this jump that we're doing right here back and forth, it may look easy, but you're actually gonna want to practice it a bit before you do this. And the reason for that is because if you don't have Zanza, or you don't have Elixir of Giant Growth, or if you're not a Troll Male or whatever, like Undead Male is probably the worst thing you can be as a Horde, because they are just awful. Like their hitbox is awful, their jump is awful and all of that. So I just found what works for me, and yeah, maybe you find a better way. So I forgot to fail the jump, so we could just make one more round of these. Also, this goes without saying kind of, but you want to have Ice Barrier and Mana Shield up at all times. Yeah. Okay, so I will show you how it looks like when you fail the jump. So this part right here, you will basically never fail. Right? You're always gonna Blizzard there, and you're always gonna rank 1 Blizzard here. And then you're like, oh no, I missed a jump. Then you instantly blink and you run for your life, right? Now, when they're close to you, you're gonna need to Frost Nova them. So right about now, Frost Nova, you cold snap to get your Frost Nova back, blink, and I should not need to use my Frost Nova again, but you never know. And this is also like here, if you really want to be sure to survive, you use Swiftness Potion, right? Because obviously you're gonna get fast as fuck, right? So you round the corner, you wait as long as you can, and you drop down. Instantly blink. Now this is the race, because you will want to beat these guys are running back here, right? You can even pull these if you want to, if you're feeling frisky, you know. So the race is you want to run here faster than they are. Oh shit, they actually hurt a lot. Okay, maybe you don't want to, whatever. And we should be good now. So we're back at our comfort zone. We're making sure these guys are slowed. One thing that you absolutely 100% want to make sure is that there are no mobs under this bridge, because they can hit you through the wall, through the bridge or whatever. So this should be fine. Run over. I'm almost dying. This is like a good showcase of where a pot, especially a crit heal, is nice to have. And we're back. We failed the jump, but we survived. Much thanks to Frost Nova and Blink. And would you look at that, we didn't even need to use our second Frost Nova. So you don't want the poison sprites to be dead. Now I just kinda kill them all off. I'm actually just gonna not slow them. Make them run one more. And yeah, we have plenty of life, so we're fine. Now, obviously it's not optimal to fail the jump, because you lose a lot of time and kill time, and your customers may or may not notice it and be upset that it takes longer. But it's very well worth it. If it's either that or do the run all over again, then it's worth it. Because one of the most frustrating things is that if you fuck up this one, you lose so much time, man. Like, let's say you've been 15 minutes into the pool, and you die and you have to run back. It's just kind of awkward, because you want customers to pay you and stuff. What I usually do, if it happens, it's like it'll never ever happens again. But at this point, but when I did it first, I just told them that next run is free, basically. He's just out of is to be a nice guy, you know. Yeah, this is it. That's basically it. Free money. You get like 4 to